dare say I've smiled more that day than I have in my entire life. Alas, all good things must come to an end. She was tired and fell asleep shortly after. My wife soon came home. She was so glad to see me. She yelled my name, again laughing to tears. She hugged me, still laughing. I continued to smile. She looked down and saw my tagging tool, quickly shooting her focus back to my eyes. I continued to smile. Michael, tears continued to stream down her face in excitement. How could you have done this to our little angel? She tried to run, but she was too slow. Tag, I smiled wider. You're it. That was Tag, written by Pablo Patorg. Alright, the next one we were going to read is 7 Minutes, written by Jester of Swords on August 14th of 2013. Let's get right into it. If you have ever been in a near-death experience, you may have seen your life flash before your eyes. I've asked several people about this. They said that it was like they went through their whole life in a second. That's not too far-fetched. Your brain likes to avoid stress, so that it does not have to deal with facing death. So if your brain was to think you were going to die, it would go to the easiest way to escape memory. So when it comes close to the end, your brain turns on every memory you've ever had. The brain will also stay alive for about 7 minutes after you die, provided your brain is intact. So if you have 7 minutes and you can experience your whole life in 1 second, that's 60 lives per minute. 420 lives in 7 minutes. That's a lot of time and a lot of experiences with death. That was 7 Minutes, written by Jester of Swords. This one you really kind of have to think about. So if you're a little confused, rewind, listen to the story again, and just really try to think about what's being said. And if you're still not sure, maybe there'll be some comments to help you out there. On to the next one. This story is called 9-Year-Old Edward and the Shadow Man. Submitted by Anonymous on December 1st of 2015. You already know. Let's get right into it. August 13th, 1921. Professor Herbert Clayton, Children's Ward, St. Mary's Children's Hospital, Fife, Scotland. Dear Professor, my trusted friend and mentor, I write to you in the hope that you may advise me on a matter of urgency concerning a patient of mine. Edward is a boy of just 9 years who arrived with his mother 6 days ago, with a disposition so positive that we did not at first admit him. This did not last long. Edward claims that 6 days ago, while playing in the garden, he became aware of someone or something watching him. He identifies as a shadow figure, like black ink with large circular eyes and elongated limbs. Edward described that while it resembles an owl, it spoke as if inside his head with the voice of his recently deceased father. The voice apparently told Edward that it would come for him in 7 days to take him to the desolate plain, a place name that I am unfamiliar with. Its mere mention brought Edward into a fit of hysteria. His condition has deteriorated quickly in the last few days. The boy has become convinced that the shadowy figure has returned and is moving closer each time towards him. The delusion appears to have some connection to mirrors and because Edward passed away this morning, and I am no longer alone, even when I believe myself to be faithfully Dr. George Booth. That was 9-year-old Shadow. That was 9-year-old Edward in the Shadow Man. Submitted by Anonymous. Thank you for listening, guys. Let me know which story was your favorite one, and which one you thought was the scariest. Hope you enjoyed, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you did. I'll talk to you guys later.